Good afternoon, YouTube. This is the Machine King bringing you another deck profile. I actually had my buddy on here once before, and Cody is back, and he's actually going to be showing you his Paleo Frog deck profile. I know it's a little different than Machines, but I promise I'm going to have some new uploaded content coming soon for Machines. But yeah, I'm gonna turn the floor over to Cody.
All right, guys. This deck's not my favorite like Blue Eyes was, but it's becoming my favorite. I really like it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of disruption. I'm still learning it as I go. Shout out to my buddy Kevin, who helped me a lot with this deck. He's helped me a lot, and I think it's where I want it. If you're interested in a side deck, that's on my Blue Eyes video at the end. I run a lot of the same side deck stuff, Gamma Seals, Raw Sphere Mode, that's the word I'm looking for, and Call by the Grave, just staple stuff. But anyway, here we go, let's get started, because we play locally. We don't do a whole lot of the meta, because the meta changes so much. Anyway, the Frog engine, Swap Frog. Swap Frog does Swap Frog things. Adds a frog, so you can set himself back to the hand. Off of his effect, summon him again, send another frog. It's great. You got to run 3 of them. Dupe Frog, same thing. You got to run 3 Dupe Frogs. This is a standard frog lineup. Any frog video you watch, you're going to see the same lineup. 3 Dupe Frogs. Going off of that, three Toads. Toad's a good card. Banish a card in the a frog in the graveyard and summon him from the graveyard. Lets you go into Totally Awesome, which is the MVP of the deck. Yeah, 2 frogs. That's the standard lineup for those. So, anyway, going on to spells. Regeki, Monster Reborn. That's it. Regeki, Monster Reborn, because you got to play them in decks, right? Paleozoic, Canadia. Great card. This is basically a Book of Moon for your opponent. Paleo card that's a Book of Moon. You can't really beat it. It's just a great, and it turns into a water monster level 2 also when it comes back from the grave, so that's why you run it to go into your Totally Awesome. Paleozoic Olenoids, I believe that's how you pronounce it, some of these names. Target 1 spell trap card on the field, destroy it. It's an MST. What more can we say? And we need back row disruption in this deck because there's not a whole lot of it. That's why I side in Twister sometimes, but there's not a whole lot I want to get out of my hand. So Cosmic Cyclone's another good card for this deck. I run 2 Dynamiscus just because of that thing that I just said about Twin Twisters. It makes you discard a card to target 1 card on the field and destroy it. I don't always want to do that, so I don't always want to see this card. That's why I only run 2 of it. Paleozoic Hallucigenia. Please don't excuse me for that. Anyway, target 1 face-up monster on the field. Its attack and defense become half, and that's what it does. It's good to get over stuff, especially your Toad. Your Toad's not very powerful, so this helps you get over things, and it's another Paleo card to run in the deck. Going on to the non-Paleo engine, Rivalry of the Warlords. This is a fantastic card that I didn't know a whole lot about until my friend told me about it. Warlords, basically, if your opponent needs to control the same type of monster on their side of the field, so you wait till they go into something like a Decode Talker, which is a Cyberus monster, flip Warlords, and they're stuck because they need to get rid of their Decode Talker to do anything else, and they can't go into their plays because most people don't run Cyberus decks. So this deck is fantastic considering we run all Aqua monsters, and all we can play over this. They can't. So I usually main deck it. You can side deck it out if you need to. But Compulse, sits back at 3. Target 1 monster on the field, return to the hand. I play 3 of them. I like it. I've been trying it lately, and it's good. It gets over things. You wait until they blow all their resources on something like a Decode Talker or anything like that, some kind of Skull Dread. Compulse it back to the hand. Get rid of it. 3 Reckless Greed. I like this card. People run Card of Demise. Card of Demise is expensive. Reckless Greed is nice. Always activate on your turn, though. If you do it on your opponent's turn, you're drawing 2 and you gotta skip your draw phase. Do 2 on your opponent's turn, come back to your turn. Well, sorry. Come back to your turn, draw, then activate Reckless Greed. Don't activate it on your opponent's turn because you gotta skip your draw phase. Anti-spell. We run all traps. We make our opponents set their spells before they before they play them. Anti-spell is a good card. Fantastic for the deck. Lost Wind. This is basically basically a effect veiler that permanently negates effects, attacks halves attacks. It comes back from the grave. You can reset it. This is a pain for some people to get over. Lost Wind's just a fun card. Mistake. You can only add cards to your hand by drawing them. Decks that search this, they hate this card because they have to search for their cards and they can't. They have to draw them. So this can lock a lot of people out of place when you activate it. Bottomless, because I said in the last video I don't have Solemn Strikes. If I had Solemn Strikes, I'd probably take these out for Solemn Strikes. But I like Bottomless because I don't got to pay the life points. I wait till they get a high-powered monster out. I activate Bottomless and get rid of it. Warning. It's Solemn Warning. I play it. Solemn Judgment. It's back. It's been back for a little while. It's a good card. Please don't activate this card early game. It's not fun. You lose half your life points. Waking the Dragon at 1, because this deck has so much back row, and if people run back row hate, they're getting like an Ultimate Falcon, or they're getting a Totally Awesome, or they're getting something out of my deck, or out of my extra deck that I can just bring out and run over them with. So it's nice, especially with all the traps you have in the deck. It's not as slow in this deck. And Imperial Order, because it's Imperial Order, negates magic cards if we're going back in the day. Negate spells. It's fantastic. Anyway, going on to the extra deck for this deck. Again, if you want to see my side, check out the Blue Eyes video because that's my side deck. I just pull stuff in. I don't buy multiple copies of things. If I'm going to run this at a tournament, I take the side deck, put it on this, and take things out of sleeves because I like making my life harder. Mistar Boy for the links. He's good. Just 2 Aqua Monsters, you can make him. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how the combos in this deck work, but I know 3 of these is really good to have in the deck, so I run 3. Other links, Decode, Proxy, because they're the staples and they're good to run. MVP, totally awesome. I love this card. It's ridiculous looking, but it's fantastic. Negates, summons frogs. It's great. I mean, if you're running a frog paleo deck, you need 3 totally awesomes. Not much more to say. Opabania, I like 2 of these. They're easy to make. Discards material. You can add a Paleozoic card from my deck to my hand. I can play trap cards out of my hand, or Paleozoic trap cards out of my hand while this is on the field, which creates a lot of hand traps, which is good in today's meta. This guy, I'm not even going to try to butcher his name on video, but you can see him very clearly in the picture. I haven't made him yet, but I've heard he's pretty powerful on the field. I'm still learning this deck. This guy's really cheap. Pick him up if you're building the deck because he's good. Cat Shark. There's an OTK with this deck. If you have Cat Shark, totally awesome, and a Mistar Boy on the field. So I like OTK. That's why I play Cyber Dragons as well. Ultimate Falcon, because Waking the Dragon's in the deck, and this is a boss. So if you pull him out on your opponent, he's not going to be very happy. And right now I just have 2 Cursed Javelins in here because I'm still making room. That could be 1 if I want to throw in more Link monsters. I just have 2 here right now. It's a good rank 2 card to have in the deck. Besides that, that's all. Again, if you want to see the side deck, check out the Blue Eyes video. It's all there. Anti-meta stuff. That's what I run. Anyway, thank you.
Alright guys, this is the Machine King, and I'm going to be bringing you more deck profiles soon, so tune into that YouTube channel. Thanks guys.